Be quiet. The Late Show is highly angered by Harry's absurd reasoning. Greetings and a heartfelt welcome to the Princess Diana News YouTube channel. During the preview of Late Night Interview with Stephen Colbert, Harry refutes any claims of boasting about the elimination of 25 Taliban fighters in his daring memoirs. Instead, he is shifting the blame onto the critics by accusing them of distorting his words, while also claiming that they are endangering his family. During his conversation with Colbert, he expressed his belief that one of the most perilous falsehoods they have spread is that he bragged about the quantity of individuals he has eliminated in Afghanistan. If anyone else were to boast about such matters, I admit I would typically feel anger. However, this particular statement is false. He further expressed that while his words themselves may not pose a threat, the interpretation or manipulation of his words could have detrimental effects on his loved ones. What is this man even referring to? I find it unbelievable that he would attempt to argue that his words have been misinterpreted or manipulated, especially since they are directly documented in Harry's book. He fails to acknowledge any accountability for his actions, leaving himself solely responsible for the consequences he now faces. It's quite surprising to me that Harry believes he has the freedom to express himself without any limitations or filter. Furthermore, when others express dissent, he promptly defends himself by claiming they have misconstrued his words and misinterpreted the intended meaning. However, should anyone make derogatory comments or say something displeasing to Harry, he interprets their words in a literal sense. It should not be considered a hazardous situation that they twisted Harry's words. The significance of his words posed a great risk. He lacks the intelligence to comprehend that. There was no need to twist his words. They all provided accurate information. The Taliban disregard the meaning behind Harry's distribution of numbers and his comparison of them to chess pieces. Once more, Harry demonstrates his consistent inability to accept responsibility for anything. Blaming others is a constant necessity. Harry is unlikely to accept responsibility for his words. He will never assume any responsibility whatsoever. Instead, he feels compelled to attribute all responsibility to the media. The discussion about Harry's violation of codes is being done by the army itself. Harry further emphasized that his motive for documenting his number of kills was driven by a desire to lower the rate of suicide among military veterans. Harry has been continuously discussing his military background and his choice to openly share his experiences in a series of interviews aimed at promoting his memoir. However, Colonel Kemp, who led Operation Fingal in Afghanistan in 2003, expressed doubts about the efficacy of disclosing the number, suggesting that it may not contribute to the process of healing and could potentially bolster the Taliban's propaganda efforts. One of the major issues with Harry's statement is his approach towards describing and perceiving the Taliban, which indicates that he was taught to view them as subhuman. Smartly phrased, he goes on to clarify that his use of the term chess pieces instead of humans only served to worsen the impact of his statement. Writing the book as his own personal journal, Harry could have ensured his better well-being by securely locking it away and discarding the key, thus preventing anyone from ever getting a glimpse of its contents. The book is experiencing a series of unfortunate events that are escalating each day, and Harry is increasingly attributing the misunderstanding of his words to his critics and the media. It is truly disheartening to witness the downward spiral of someone who was once adored and admired by millions. Moreover, if Harry were to confess that he took the lives of 25 individuals without acknowledging their humanity, it is unfathomable to blame anyone else for his actions. Why would he choose such words without considering that others would understand his statement precisely as he intended? Harry naively believed that his deeds would portray him as a courageous and audacious hero. However, since this outcome was not realized, he has now made the decision to modify the narration of the story. And now, undoubtedly, he will point fingers at the media, expressing his dissatisfaction with their performance. Support the narrative financially. In all honesty, without Harry's contribution of yarn, they would have had nothing to spend. Each time Harry opens his mouth, the situation seems to deteriorate further. Harry is completely detached from the real world and shows no sense of responsibility for his actions. Regarding his statement, it is indeed important for veterans to engage in open conversations. It is essential for them to engage in therapy discussions, either individually or among fellow veterans. Just like their ancient predecessors, they continue to behave as seasoned warriors after countless years. Harry is essentially promoting the idea of openly sharing it with others. This endangers both them and everyone else. Due to Harry's residence in the U.S.'s actions are not only endangering himself, but also jeopardizing the safety of all Americans. Harry never takes responsibility for anything, as per his own beliefs. And now, he is complaining about the book leaks, describing them as both difficult and upsetting. Harry is including this in the already substantial collection of negative experiences that have deeply affected him. Harry lacks any resilience at all, yet he managed to become a soldier. It's truly astonishing how he was able to cope with the demands of his role. Furthermore, it is alarming to note that Harry attributes the issues in his book to others, instead of taking responsibility for his own words. I have certainty that he will transform it into yet another malicious act, either orchestrated by his malevolent stepmother, his tormenting brother, or his feeble-minded father. I'm puzzled, how could someone possibly manipulate the words that are clearly written in Harry's book? To be honest, I was quite taken aback by Harry's harshness. If he attends the coronation, his reception is expected to be overwhelmingly negative, and his actions would go against everything he claims to stand for, making him appear extremely hypocritical. Harry has certainly evolved into the master of manipulation. Harry's unparalleled arrogance and immense sense of self-importance are simply beyond comprehension, surpassing any rational limits. The comment made by Harry not only tarnishes the royal family but also casts a dark shadow on the entire nation of Britain. In the present era, individuals have the freedom to express their own version of truth without any restrictions. In recent years, the world has undergone a significant transformation, which I believe to be unfavorable. And who does Harry believe he is, claiming that he's undertaking such efforts to assist fellow veterans? What exactly is he referring to? I highly doubt any reputable therapist or doctor would recommend veterans to engage in the actions Harry has taken. I must say, he is just as much of a fraud as the individuals he seeks assistance from. Harry's emotional instability escalates as he continues to unveil shocking revelations and promote his book, chronicling the countless failures of a 38-year-old man. It is disheartening that those closest to Harry, who should genuinely care for him, have shown no effort in intervening and guiding him towards personal growth. They have provided him with both assistance and support, actively encouraging and assisting him. Due to the fact that there are individuals who display equal or even superior levels of negativity compared to Harry, and possibly some individuals who are simply seeking to profit from him. I imply that perhaps his spouse also belongs in that group. Whenever Harry speaks and says something inappropriate, I can't help but notice Meghan beside him, as well as her admirers cheering him on from behind. Meghan decided to step away from her acting career. She distanced herself from her family, and she made sure to limit Harry's friends' influence. Currently, her endeavor involves motivating Harry to engage in similar activities as a means to generate income. This will inevitably result in a sorrowful outcome. However, at the very least, Harry will have the consolation that his family will eventually accept him back once they break up. I believe there are individuals close to him who should offer guidance to halt this absurd journey into total obscurity. In other words, he presents himself as a champion for mental health, yet his actions suggest he is deliberately placing himself in circumstances that may require extensive therapy indefinitely. We all have fond memories of that fortunate and beloved young lad who captured the hearts of many as a member of the royal family. Considering the current circumstances, it is disheartening to contemplate the widespread disregard and disdain that Harry now endures universally. Harry discussed his extensive experience with various substances, such as magic mushrooms. Smart paraphrase: magic mushrooms possess the capability to induce lasting impairment to the brain and lead to enduring behavioral complications. Based on the evidence, it appears that Harry is exhibiting every indication. If you are unfamiliar with the risks associated with magic mushrooms, I urge you to educate yourself on their potential dangers. I believe Harry is no longer present. Although he claims to be calm presently, his temperament can swiftly alter. He has the ability to quickly revert to the same troublesome conduct he has displayed in recent years, which is far from being peaceful. He is displaying all the indications that his mental state has been negatively affected by consuming those hallucinogenic mushrooms. I believe those things are highly toxic. They pose a great risk and have the potential to inflict lasting harm. I have a feeling that Harry may be out of luck. I believe the harm has already been caused, and he will likely continue to harm his family while placing blame on others for his own failures. Without delay, it is imperative that Harry and the invisible children be promptly removed from the line of succession. I trust that Parliament will undertake the task, sparing the king the responsibility as a caring parent. I am interested in understanding the cause of this delay. In the unlikely scenario of Harry's return as king, it seems that there are not many individuals who desire this outcome. I'm wondering if anyone would actually support the success of Archie Finn, whether it be the official version or the invisible one. It is highly doubtful that Harry, who likely does not exist and has never resided in the UK, would inevitably bring about the downfall of the monarchy. What are your thoughts on Harry and his family? I would appreciate your comments below. If you are inclined to watch this video tonight, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who may find it helpful. Furthermore, it is crucial to show your continuous support for Princess Diana News by subscribing to our team. I greatly appreciate your viewership. Farewell, and I'll be returning to visit all of you again tomorrow.